As students head back to the classroom, many families are also preparing for those social challenges that do come with the new school year. It can be tough sometimes, bullying and whatnot, just trying to socialize the kid. We got Darlene Cusanza, President and CEO of Crimestoppers of Greater New Orleans, in to talk to us about some tips for parents on how to deal with bullying and other conversations. Also, it is Tuesday, so we do have our Tournament Tuesday fugitive. Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
We'll start with back to school because that is a conversation to be had, and it seems like it's probably harder and harder of a conversation to have with cell phones and whatnot.
Absolutely. And, so for kids who had really already experienced bullying, and particularly cyberbullying, what we got to remember is that cyberbullying, it's everywhere for them. It's not just, oh, I'm sitting in a classroom and it's that one student in that classroom. No, it's invaded the rest of my life. Yeah. So if you're already in that position, you're going to be anxious about school starting back. But then also on the school levels, and we just saw the superintendent, the state superintendent, sending information out that we need to take this information seriously. And there are guidelines and rules that schools have to follow if a student is being persistently bullied. So we always talked about our program with Safe Schools Louisiana, and what we are asking parents to do is, first off, talk to your child about, if you know they've been a victim or if they are a current victim. There's some steps that we want to make sure that they understand to follow, because a lot of times they don't know. They just feel so helpless. We want to make sure that we are telling them that we're going to preserve the information. We're going to give a record to the school. Having a copy of that information, the record there is very important so that the school can do some investigations into what has been said to the student, who is passing that information along. And again, you may not be the author of that information, but if you're passing along that information, students need to understand that that's also an issue. You should not be passing that along. And then for the student themselves, we always want to talk to them about, okay, we know that you're upset right now, but let's not respond. Let's not send anything information-wise that's going to be able to be used, against you by another student. So don't respond. Talk to an adult. For us, we always talk about Safe Schools Louisiana. That app allows you to upload photos and images. So use the app. It's there for you. And then the other side of this is we have a lot of witnesses. We talk about don't just be a bystander, be an upstander. So if you see, and we've all seen it as kids, we see it as an adult. Somebody that's being harmed by people, gossiping and bullying, first off, be supportive. Yeah. Remember that it could be happening to you. We want to teach our kids to be advocates, to be true friends. Be supportive. Listen to their friend. Don't just dismiss that this is happening. It's serious. It can really cut deep for kids. Help them to realize it's important that they tell an adult, tell their parents, tell a trusted teacher, a coach, whoever it is. Show them what's happening so that somebody can speak up on their behalf to help them, to stop it. Again, the app is free. If your school does not have the Safe Schools Louisiana app, ask why. Please, just join in. It's a free service. We're partnering with the state. And again, this is the tool that kids can use, and parents even, to send us that information.
Right, that's what I was going to mention, because when it rolled out maybe a couple of years ago, you were telling us that the kids said that this was a chance for them to actually offer their own 2 cents as to what's going on.
Exactly, and we've seen with kids, again, bullying is just a terrible thing for a student going through this, and those kids we're saving lives. I mean, what they're telling with their friends is that, this information no one else was saying, and we're seeing it. So there's all of these silent witnesses providing that information in support of those students.
Right. Our other headline here is Tournament Tuesday.
It's that day again, and today we have someone actually from the NOPD with the 8th District that we're looking for, and again, everybody's assumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But this lady, her name is Deanna Lino, and she's a white female, date of birth 2/15/1967. What she is wanted for right now is theft by embezzlement. So according to the investigators, she was employed as a bookkeeper with a business that was in the Central Business District, and she used her position to deposit business checks into her own personal account, and this was over a period of time. So if you have any information about Miss Lino, again, give us that call. It's really important that we get that information as soon as possible, and there's an extra reward if you call within the first 48 hours.
All right. Well, thank you, ma'am. Some important information from Tournament Tuesday to really having these conversations with your kids as we do get back to school. It's a good time to do so.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. We've got more information on helping your child do just that, navigate bullying, or even if you want to learn more about this week's Tournament Tuesday, other cases that are out there, go to our website. We will link you to Crimestoppers of Greater New Orleans.